Hey everybody, it's Doug Schauf with Remax Oceanside and MakeMaineYourHome.com. In this week's episode, I sit down with Alex Sargent with Local Muscle and mibox. Local Muscle is a great local moving company we highly recommend. And he's also got a company called mibox, which are like containers that you can drop off at the house, fill at your leisure. They take them away, store them, and then deliver them to your next house. Let's do this. All right, guys, I am here with Alex Sargent with Local Muscle and mibox. And Alex, man, thanks for coming on with me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time out of your day. And we're going to jump right in and start chatting about the whole moving process, which is all, sometimes the most stressful piece of actually, selling a house and buying a house and all that kind of stuff. Before we jump too much into that, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, man? Where'd you grow up and all that stuff?
Great. Well, Doug, thanks so much for having me. So, grew up mostly in Maine. I was a military brat, so a little bit here and there, but mostly Maine. Families from Maine.
Is that how you got into moving? Because you moved around so much as a kid.
Well, it's a funny story. So when I was in college, so I got out of the Marines in 2005. Came back to Portland, Maine.
Thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for your appreciation. Thank you. So I got a job at what used to be called Access Self Storage. It's now been bought out by Life Storage. But I was working there maybe 2006, 2009.
Yeah.
I met my future partner, Ned Swain, who's a wine wholesaler in town. But me and Ned, we were just scratching our heads going, I have to, talking for me personally, I have to deal with a lot of moving companies when I was working self-storage. And I noticed that none of them were really that great at all. So me and him cooked up this idea. I was like, well, why don't we start our own moving company?
Yeah.
And we did, and it kind of got away from us. But we kept a mission focus of moving is a pretty intimate service. You're bringing people into your home. You're having them move the stuff that you think is worth keeping. And you don't want just anybody doing that. You want careful people. You want considerate people. You want good people.
Oh yeah.
I'm
sure you've heard it all too. I can tell you horror stories of, that moving company broke this and did that and never showed up and blah blah blah. So,
the industry on whole has a pretty bad record, but the one thing we concentrate the most upon is who are we hiring? Are they good people? Do they fit with the team? Does the team care about the customer? And if we hire people that just aren't getting it, then we have to let them go. So it's really something we take care of. We're really, more than making money, we're interested in being a great company is what we're at.
That's awesome. Yeah, geez, the hiring process must be tough then, just being able to find the right people and all that. How much of a workforce do you guys have? Like what's your team look like?
So in Portland, Maine, we have about 5 trucks. In the summer, we can probably balloon to maybe about 24 folks who are managing the move. We have a small operations team. We also have a satellite station in Burlington, Vermont, where we have 3 vehicles, and we're able to do that as well.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's great. Yeah, nice. Mm-hmm. Now, do you guys focus mostly on like the local area? Like how far of a move will you go? Like, I mean, are you the type of company that will move somebody down to Florida, or is it more like a Portland to Kittery type thing?
Our bread and butter in the operation is the neighborhood move, in-state. If somebody does want us to move out of state, we're happy to do that. We've gone as far as California, we've gone to Utah, we've gone to Virginia, we've gone to Florida. But we are not a competitive option. Like I said before, we take pride in who we hire, and we're only hiring the best. And also we're not affiliated with the van line. So if you call up somebody from van line, or if you call another freight service, they might be able to provide you with a cheaper number.
Gotcha.
We will do interstate moves, but we are not the most affordable option.
Gotcha. Okay. So mainly local, which is, lion's share of the stuff that's happening anyway. Yeah. So do you cover the whole state of Maine? I know it's pretty big though. You wouldn't necessarily go up to Arista County or anything, would you? Or would you go up that far?
We have, and we do.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, nice. Well, because I know that's like an 8-hour drive or something like that going up there.
It's a full day of just driving. So we try to split those jobs up into pieces. Sometimes like loading will be on one day, unloading will be on the other day.
Right.
Jobs like that, we just have to do it like that.
Right. So, so one thing that I know, like a lot of people ask me, kind of being, obviously people are usually talking to me before they're talking to you, and as a real estate broker. But like a lot of people always ask me, like, what should I be doing to get ready for the movers and all that stuff? I mean, like, and what kind of services do you apply? Will you come in and help people pack, or do you give guidance on what to do? How does that process work?
We do. We're sort of a la carte option. So if somebody does want us to be full service, we're happy to do that. We do have a pretty, I'm going to say extensive, but we have a thorough intake process. Your move is not like anyone else's move. And sometimes people are calling around, they're like, hey, how much was my move going to cost? I'm like, well, I can tell you, probably somewhere between $250 and $5,000. Yeah. Information you can provide to us about exactly what you want us to do, the better idea I can give you on costs. If you want us to do service, full pack and move, great. If it's just, hey, do you want to handle the packing and then just have us do things? That's great. The biggest advice I can do, because most of our jobs are customers have packed. They just want us to use our muscles. They just want us
to get it and go. Yeah.
Hard work. The better label your stuff is, hey, this is going to kitchen. In fact, I've had one customer I love working for customers like this. Every box that was going to the kitchen had a big red sticker on it. And in her new house, she had a big red thing on the wall. So all my movers didn't even have to think, and it probably saved about an hour off her move, which saved her money. But all they had to do was match.
That's a great way to do it. Yeah.
So for any customers, the more prepared that you can have, the more packing that you can do, and the more systems that you can communicate to us about exactly how you want it done, the faster your move goes, the safer your move goes, the more money that you can save.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, very cool. So you also have a few different services, like we were talking a minute ago about the mibox, thing. So, let's talk about that a little bit, because that's also, I've been seeing a lot of those, like the containers, and I see the mibox logo all over, Portland, driving around and stuff. So let's talk about that. That's a little more of a do-it-yourself type thing, right?
It can be, but we work very well with local muscle. And this is it's a great option for somebody who, let's say they're closing on the 15th, but they can't move into their new house until the 25th. There's going to be that little in-between time. So before portable storage, your standard option is just go rent a storage unit. But if you think about it, that involves the moving company having to pack everything into a truck. And then they have to unpack it into the lobby of the self-storage place or right in front of the self-storage place. And then they have to repack it into the storage place. And then they have to do that whole process in reverse when it comes to moving into your new home.
Yeah.
With mibox and portable storage, it's really easy. You get the moving company to load it once, and then it comes back to our place for a little bit. And then the second it needs to go to your place, your new place to move, it gets shipped, and then it gets unloaded. So it cuts out the labor by more than half. And that's why we really love it. The money that I can save a customer, I feel really good about that. It helps you sleep well at night.
That makes perfect sense. I guess I never really thought about that. Yeah, because if you get a storage kit, what a bunch of extra work that you don't really need to do. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's great. I'm assuming all different shapes and sizes for my box, or is there like pretty much one size and you just get a few of them if you need them? How does that work?
3 different sizes. So we get 8x8s that can be like a small studio apartment, no appliances, that can work. 8x16 is kind of a workhorse. I can do about 3 or 4 rooms worth of stuff. A 3-bedroom home usually is about 2 16-footers. We also have 8x20s. Those are really great. They're big. The only thing I would caution, this is kind of getting into technical details, but those can be really, they can be overweighted very easily. So most times I recommend to customers just get 2 of the 8x16s, maybe even 3 of the 8x16s. That way, we can actually pick it up when it's done. Right.
Yeah. Is that what the problem would be? Is just getting it up onto the truck? Is that what happens?
It is with an 8x16. So most household cargo is not really that heavy, but the lift system that is maxed out by 5,000 pounds of cargo. So something can happen with an 8x20.
I got these visions in my head of like a truck falling over or something like that. You can't pick it up. I'm sure it's not nearly that dramatic, but that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, no, not that bad.
Yeah. So, but then also like the mibox, you can just drop it there and the homeowner fills it up. Is that also an option there? Yeah.
Absolutely. It can be us or it can be a completely different moving company. moving companies are kind of like restaurants. Sometimes you can't get a reservation at the place that you want. You have to go with someplace else. Local muscle, sometimes they'll be filled up on the 28th. You just have to go with another outfit. But we're happy to work with any moving company and any DIY customer.
Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah. Or yeah, if you hire a bunch of local kids just to kind of move your stuff in there, Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Now, what's kind of like lead times, and I know it depends on like the time of year as far as like how, what you're quoting out, but what's like a standard, like, I called you today, Alex, and said, hey, I need to move. Like, how much time would you typically like to have?
Local muscle, usually I'd recommend this time of year is at least a 2-week timeline.
Okay.
Summer, I'd say about 3 to 4 weeks, probably 5. If you call us within 5 weeks of when you want to move, there's a very good chance we can service you. If you call us within less than 3 weeks, the chances just diminish. As far as a MyBox operation, it's less reliant on staffing, and it's just mainly our containers. We can typically fulfill an order within a week. Maybe
get the MyBox out there. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good to know. But typically moving, so really, like if somebody's making a move or they're selling a house, like really as soon as they get it under contract and they know when they're moving, you should be the first phone call they make. Sounds
absolutely.
Like, yeah,
absolutely. Do not delay. Do not delay. And especially when it comes to if you're packing yourself, don't delay that as well. Whatever you imagine is going to take the time to pack, double it, because it really does take a long time to pack.
Right. I could see that, and man, the procrastination that from packing and stuff. I mean, I know I've moved in my life. It's the packing to me is like the worst. It's like I always wait until like 2 days before, and then you're scrambling. So, try to get it done quicker, right? Or
that's one of the advantages of the MyBox operation, which I really love. So let's say somebody's moving, May 1st. Well, if I drop the unit off a month ahead of time, they can pack that unit slowly. They're not pulling their hair out about doing it last minute. And customers have found that it eliminates a huge point of stress. They get the container delivered early. They pack, after work, an hour or two. Slowly but surely, the whole unit's filled with their stuff. They just call us and like, hey, it's ready to be shipped. And it just ships.
Right. That's super cool. Yeah, I like that. No wonder people are starting to use them more and more. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you ever? This might be a bad question, but do you ever run out? Like, do you have enough boxes to fulfill this? I mean, it seems like where do those come from?
It's my job to make sure that we do not run out of those containers. Now, we order them from Chicago, we build them ourselves, and then we send them out. I mean, if we did get an unanticipated run, we do have partner vendors in New Hampshire that we could.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, to bring them in.
We will not run out.
Right. Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm just thinking like, oh my goodness, you got to have a lot of those things kicking around. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I got a note here to chat with you about Portland Trails, because I understand you do a lot of work with the Portland Trail system. But how do people get in touch with you? Like, what's the best way to get you? I'm assuming you got a website, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
That we do. So if you're interested in moving with Local Muscle Movers, go to localmusclemovers.com. You can fill out a residential estimate form right on site. Our booking team is pretty responsive on getting back to you right away, just to understand the nuances of your move. And for MyBox, it's www.miboxmaine.com. Our unit pricing information is right there. And if you like delivery, the only thing that's not listed is our delivery prices, but that vary depending on where you want the unit shipped to. But give us a call at 805-8840, and we'll be happy to help you out with that pricing information.
Oh, perfect. Good. Oh, so all the pricing for the MyBox is right there, ready to go. So at least
the rental prices are. Yeah.
Right.
Your charges, you just have to call us up and we'll figure that out.
Figure out the delivery and all that kind of stuff. Great. And where's your shop located?
Our shop is located at 511 Riverside Industrial Parkway in Portland, Maine.
Oh yeah. Jeez, I was just out there earlier. I should have stopped in. Do you get any walk-in traffic or anything like that, or is
that we do? That we do.
Oh, nice.
Every now and then somebody walks in. We're happy to.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, great. And well, first of all, before we chat about Portland Trails, is there anything else that that's maybe coming up for Local Muscle or MyBox, or anything that you want to chat about?
Right now, we're just busy trying to make sure that we're very well equipped and staffed for the upcoming season. We're making a lot of new hires. We're getting our trucks ready. I have a calendar that I'm Xing out every day. You know, it's everywhere's almost over, and the season's, you know it. The season is right next door, so it's right about to begin.
Well, it's funny because like today, you know, yesterday and today's getting a little warm out there. I know it's that fool's winter that we're in right now, but it always makes everybody think like, you know, spring's coming, and then, you know, we'll be right back to winter for another month or so.
Yep.
Yeah. So Portland Trails, I got some notes here that you've done some work, and I saw some stuff on your website about Portland Trails. What kind of stuff can you tell me about that? That sounds like fun.
Well, I know that my partner Jake would probably be the better resource. He has actually helped Portland Trails build some trails. This was back a few days ago. No, not a few days ago. This is a few years ago.
Yeah, very cool.
Him and Liz Trice, who is the manager at Peloton Labs. We tried to get Local Muscle involved with some other groups that were interested in doing hard manual labor for good stuff. We had this app idea called Grunt Match, and I think it's a great thing to revive, but we just all got way too busy.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the Portland Nordic Group, which is associated with Portland Trails, we donated some boxes for their cross-country ski program out on the golf course.
Yeah.
So you'll see those boxes, and that really helped them out, because I think the golf club was saying that they weren't going to let them use their buildings because of COVID. Came in and said, hey, you know what? We'll take care of it. We'll just donate these boxes. You guys use them, and that helped them out tremendously.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that's awesome. Yeah, very, very cool, man. Well, great. Hey, this was awesome, Alex. I really appreciate you coming on, and a lot of great information, good tips on getting ready and when to get ready and all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot. So I think that's it for now. Hey guys, hopefully this was helpful. If if you have any comments, put a comment below, and I'll put your contact information as well. So if you want to get in touch with Local Muscle or mibox or any more information, just check the description. Otherwise, leave a comment, send us a message anytime, and we're happy to help you out. And remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone.
Really good. I'm very glad I took the